interesting little whatnot tabletop display. This belongs to my father-in-law. I'm sure he got it in Florida, and it might have belonged to his mother prior to him because she was big into collecting birds. Well, this one, the foot has broken. It's supposed to be in there like that. It's got a pin that sits down inside the piece of wood. I've already been cleaning up all of the hot glue that was on that. There's a couple little pieces still on here. This was hot glued to this piece of wood, and we're going to clean all that up, and then we're going to reattach it back on there. This down inside there, there's still more glue on here. That goes down in there. This goes in there. That goes on there. Like about like that. It's got a little twist to it. Not sure how it got broke, but it appears like this is the second time. So we have to fix all this to reconnect it. We're going to silver solder this. I don't have any brass. That's how it was done before it was brazed. So I'm going to silver solder it, and we'll get this back on my father-in-law's shelf. There's a future project. I'll be servicing this vise. There we go. I may be able to clean this tip, put a little flux on there, and be able to heat that up and get that to solder together again. That's what we might try. Let's try that. Got this little sanding block. I'm going to use it to clean that tip off. That's pretty clean. I'm going to actually take a file to it, clean that a little better, and then put some flux on it and do like I said, see if we can solder that back together. So I'm going to use Radio Shack rosin soldering flux. This is what I use whenever I'm soldering wires together, and we're going to see if that works for what we need to do. So I'm just going to take and dip it right in there. Not a lot on there, just a little. It's hard to tell in this video. And now we're going to get the soldering gun out and see if we can make this solder itself together. I'm going to go ahead and put some heat to the leg. Go ahead and turn this in there. So I'm going to poke that down inside that hole, get the bird where I want it to be, and then I'm going to apply heat to that old solder joint. Well, the flux flowed. Let's see if we can add some solder to that. think we still had some leftover from the super glue or hot glue that was on there. So I think we got it, but I'm gonna let it cool off and then check it out again. Okay, that's dried out on there. This actually seems to have come loose when I tried to rebend it, but we're gonna super glue this in place. A little CA glue, and I'm gonna put a little CA glue on that joint right there too. So I'm gonna drop a little bit on each of the foots. There we go. Any place I think is going to touch the stone, I'm going to put super glue on. I'm going to put a little bit on this tip, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. See if we can get rid of the strings. A little bit there, and then I'm going to drop some right on that joint. Okay, set the CA glue aside. Let's get this poked in. There we go. The back one didn't touch, so we're good there. Now I'm going to take a little activator and I'm going to squirt everything. Just like that. I'll go ahead and squirt the whole wood in case it discolors. We'll allow that to sit for just a second or two. Give me time to clean up my super glue bottle here. We should be done. That should be attached. There you go. Mission accomplished. That's going back on the shelf.